Coming up next, we're so excited to catch up with Kristen Stewart. She's got a remarkable turn in a new role as Princess Diana, and it's expected to keep her pretty busy during Hollywood's awards season. Plus, some happy news in her personal life.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, right after this.
We'd like to say good morning to the star of Spencer, Kristen Stewart. Kristen, welcome,
Good morning.
welcome. We want to talk about your movie in just a second, but there has been this news about you that I guess wasn't news to you and your family, but you're engaged. We just learned about it. Congratulations. How long ago did that happen?
Months ago.
Months, yeah.
I feel worse. I'm like, when did that happen? Because I should remember that date. Months ago. The funny thing is, even Dylan's dad sent us an email congratulating us. He was like, girls, so happy for you. Like, you were at the engagement party months
ago. How does being engaged feel for you?
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, I'm so absolutely just, I feel so lucky. And sure, it's so nice to know something.
For sure.
Yeah. I know. I'm so surely happy. I'm so stoked. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
We have a lot to be happy about.
Yeah.
You got an incredible standing ovation when this film, Spencer, debuted. And you really embody Princess Diana, which I can't even imagine how intimidating that is to take on someone who's so well known. How did you watch The Crown? That was part of the research?
Yeah, I think I watched it in like 3 days, actually.
Yeah.
It was nice to have that and going through all the memoirs and research and documentaries that actually are not remotely dry. It was just nice to have like a dramatized version of the story to... It was very clickbaity for me. I just couldn't stop going to the next episode.
How did you go about, like, nailing the accent, the mannerisms, all of the things that were Princess Diana?
She is not difficult to absorb, to be honest. And I wish that there was a sort of key to this magic trick. My only answer is that I took her into my physicality in a sort of emotional, spiritual way. I'm such a huge, enormous admirer of her, and it's hard to not be impacted by that energy. I just also luckily had a good 4 or 5 months to work with a beautiful coach, and I trust the process. You know, it became really physical and muscular, and then once I got there, it was really important to focus on her spontaneity and her life. And I think every picture I've seen of her, every bit of footage I've seen of her, she is exuding life and just like kind of exploding alive. And so I couldn't make everything perfect and precise. You know, I still needed it to kind of live and breathe and feel unruly. I feel like when she walked in a room, it felt like you didn't know what was going to happen. And that could be projection, sort of maybe our memories of her, and then knowing what happened. There's something about looking back, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Every time I look at her, I'm like, I get a little bit worried.
The film really captures that because there is a certain unpredictability about her. And it's it's a really interesting construct because this isn't supposed to be history. Yes, that scene really happened. It's something poetic. You take 3 days and imagine what those 3 days at Christmas toward the end of their relationship, what that might have been like. Is that what kind of drew you to it, this idea of artistic license based in someone we all know or feel like we know?
Yeah, I think that's what cinema gives us, is this sort of opportunity to dream and not necessarily just sort of regurgitate facts. You know, movies do the coolest thing. They take internal feelings and externalize them. This conversation is like literal, and we're present, we're talking to each other now, but there are inner lives that people have that are incommunicable. And so I think all of the things that we know are true, as a cultural entity, as an audience, we bring all of those facts to the movie. You don't have to state them. I think by the end of the movie, we end on a sort of lighter note because she ultimately did find her liberation, and she broke free and became embodied and articulate in the press and like organized interviews and was like, I'm going to speak for myself and have my boys and protect what really matters to me. And then at the end of the movie, what rushes in is the tragedy of what happened, and you go, oh man, you get to hold her whole life in these 3 days without having to sort of hit the nail on the head. It just feels more emotional.
It's a beautiful film, and we know that everyone's going to go see it. We want to comment one more time on your engagement, because I think you said recently that it would be kind of cool if Guy Fieri maybe officiated your wedding. Well, we decided we were just going to check in with him to see what he had to think about.
Yeah,
Take a peek.
Hey, Kristen, Guy Fieri here, and I've heard through the Flavortown grapevine that you are looking for a sweet, spiky-haired officiant for your wedding. I'm all in.
Oh,
Is that I do?
Was that a real offer or was that?
I know. Is he joking?
No, I think he means it.
I wonder if yours was a real offer. You really want him?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I love it.
I mean, do you know where he lives?
I don't.
What's his address? I mean, like, does he live in LA? We should talk about this.
Oh, yes. We'll connect you.
Definitely in.
Yeah.
Now we feel like matchmakers.
I know we
love
kind of
it.
do. All right,
It's
Kristen,
exciting.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Congrats again on everything, all the good things happening in your life.
Thank
and
you for having
Spencer is in theater starting tomorrow.
Lots of Oscar buzz. I don't want
Yes.
to embarrass you, but lots of awards buzz for you.